We are live.
We are live. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, people on the replay, because nobody's here on the live yet.
Nobody's live yet.
If you're tuning in, just come in, say hi, let us know you're here. You're doing Monday morning packaging and harvesting. Jessica's on the other side of the table there harvesting. Gives me the products and I pack it up.
Team effort over here. Let us know if you can hear us okay.
Should be just plug them in and go, but you know.
Sometimes the mics don't like to participate.
Good morning, KC Rick.
Good
How are you
morning.
doing today? Vitality Farms, hello.
Good morning. Doing any harvesting or doing some planting today? Or just generally caring for your greens? Oops, sorry.
It's okay.
Throwing microgreens at him, just throwing them.
Cabbage. Casey Rick doing good.
Awesome.
What ounce container are you using? These are 24 ounce containers. We put 2 ounces in them. Found it better than the 16. Doesn't squish the greens as much and still holds up well. So
Found it to be more efficient to have 24-ounce containers for all of our 2-ounce products, mixes included. Did a lot of tests in the fridge to make sure they held up just fine, even in like display set vertically.
yep. You used to use the 16 ounce slims. Takes longer to pack in because you got to squeeze them in and do all that stuff and everything to get them fit really good. So time factor, streamlining processes, all that. Why we went to the 24 ounce on everything. All of our retail packaging, I guess I should say.
Yeah, for the retail.
Restaurant's still different. When do you start distributing during the week? Tomorrow.
Yeah.
We start making delivery. We do deliveries on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Do you want to pin a comment when you get a chance?
Yes. I just got my notification that we're live, so it's a
Oh.
little delayed.
3 minutes late.
Yeah.
I don't know. Our whole game plan might change when we get the distributor, because I don't know
What
if
days?
what date they're going to want it. You know, all that still. So we'll have to figure some things out with that, I'm sure.
Always making adjustments.
Business life, it always changing and adjusting, and you know all that. So you always got to be ready for that.
Let's see. We're in central Illinois. Right in the middle of Illinois. Let's see. Let me go ahead and pin. We did 2 farmers markets, didn't do a lot of sales, so we booked a couple more in a really nice area, hoping we sell more. Farmers markets,
Can be a slow start.
they can be a slow start. It takes a second to build. A lot of times, you know, people will walk past you the first few weeks or so, really kind of get to know you, make sure you're going to show up consistently before they start buying produce from the
New
essentially
guy.
stranger. You're the
Yep.
new guy. You're the stranger. They might have their person they already go to, or they don't really feel comfortable seeing your face yet. Farmers markets are like tiny communities. Once they get used to you, it's a whole other ball game. But when you're new, you're the stranger. You're the new guy on the block, and it's gonna take them a second to get used to talking to you and seeing your face.
Our first 3 or 4 markets were not that
Oh, they
great.
were awful. They were. But
But we already paid for the season and all that, so we were there, and then it just started kicking in.
yeah, just took a little bit to get going.
Give it time. Sometimes people find a market that this is booming right at the beginning, but I think that's not typical.
Yeah, I haven't found one. Even any ones we've done, the first, couple markets, we're like, okay, we'll think about this. But it's a lot of saying hello repeatedly and good morning repeatedly, and really greeting your customers, potential customers. Potential customers. And once they get used to seeing you a million times, I mean, we had one guy that took over a year, and he finally started buying from us.
Yep.
And now he buys from us every week and gets upset when we're not there.
Yep.
You weren't here. I had to buy mine at the grocery store. That was so sad.
Do we have a farm stand? No. We only basically distribute. We do some home deliveries. Not many anymore, but a few.
Yeah.
But no, we go to grocery stores, restaurants, farmers markets,
Distribution.
distributions. That's pretty much all we do.
Yeah.
Exactly. Give it us time to learn more too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the greatest things about farmers markets, especially in the beginning, because if a crop fails, nobody knows.
Yeah.
You just say, oh, I don't have arugula this week. And they're like, oh, okay. And you know that the arugula was being argula and it fell and it doesn't like to get back up. And they don't know that. And it wasn't like it was an order that you had to fulfill. You bring what you can. You practice new grows.
Yep.
Farmers markets are great for that. We do a lot of market research with our farmers markets. See what people like to eat. If it's a good seller, it might go into the grocery slots.
Yep.
That reminds me, I was going to replace veggie with brassica for champagne.
Do we have any brassica for that?
Maybe.
I don't think we.
I'm going to have to do some math.
Okay. Mathing.
Dangerous, right? What is your method of transportation when you distribute your microgreens? We have a refrigerated box truck that we distribute in now. Used to be a minivan and coolers. You make do with what you got and you make it work. Now we're at a scale where we needed more space and we needed to get a box truck. It's refrigerated, so it helps speed things up in the process of deliveries. And they don't have to deal with ice packs and coolers as much.
Helps unload pallets at the distributor too.
Yeah, unloading pallets at the distributor makes a big difference too, instead of boxes. Are you leaving them open on purpose? Yeah. So these ones have a little bit of moisture, not really, but
It's not really. It's
just more so easier
process.
to close them at the end. It's not really a necessary thing.
I get to come over and close and have to go.
Yeah. You're not breaking the cycle of fill and move, fill and move, fill and move, and then you can come back, close them all, and move on to the next ones. You can close them immediately if you like. Just kind of depends on what you prefer to do. That's cool. We are not using desiccant packs, no. So we harvest dry. We do not use any kind of packs or anything in there. It's just the microgreens. As long as you're watering strategically, usually give them at least 24 hours between watering and harvesting. Having our lights off for at least an hour before harvesting. There's a lot of steps that get kind of taken into consideration. And then we can harvest dry. Don't need to add another product in our packaging. Keep it simple. That's useful, thank you.
Anybody that's using them packets are not harvesting dry.
Yeah, if it's necessary, you probably need to look at your methods. Think about what you're doing before you harvest in order to prevent the moisture instead of treating a problem, which is essentially what they do.
So I need another person just to close packages. I can just fill these so fast.
You could, yeah. Personal closing package duty.
Just slide them to them. They could close them,
Close
label
it
them.
and label it. Cilantro is my nemesis.
It's most people's nemesis.
You know, it can be very fickle. We've got the process down pretty well. We went over that not too long ago in our group, didn't
Yep.
we? We have someone in our free Growth Bites community that was struggling with cilantro, and we went over that. And then we go into it a lot of detail with the coaching program. That makes a lot of sense. What is typically your CRISPR kept shelf life for radish? Radishes can last 3 weeks, 4
Easily,
weeks.
4 weeks.
Easily. We try to give them at most 2 weeks at a retail location to give them a week to use them in their fridge at home. Nice, thank you. What is your experience with customers preferring organic versus non-organic?
Around here, nobody cares.
We are in an area where it's not as big of an influence.
I'm sure there's some people
I'm sure
here
there's
still.
some. There's some. The ones who know us know that we actually use organic practices. So we could be organic if we wanted to
Pay for that.
pay for that. So like people at the farmers market, they all know us, they all understand our practices. A lot of them are our purchasers at the grocery store too. So certification is expensive. Our GAP certification alone last week was over $3,000, I think.
We don't know the final
We don't
total.
know the
but
final total.
That's the estimate.
Our estimate was over $3,000 from the USDA. So GAP certification is expensive. We did that.
We needed that first.
That was first. That was for a large distributor. And then organic practices, we might do in the future. It might open up a few more avenues for us on a larger scale, but the cost is very much a barrier into entry of organic certifications.
Because it's for each product,
Yeah.
not,
Certifying products is
not your farm. It's
we grow a lot of products, guys. That's what I was getting. 12 to 20 hour break from watering. We'll definitely try this. Food desert. I operate in one. Yeah, we fully believe that hyperlocal is the way we can solve that problem. Food deserts should not exist in a world in what we call a wealthy country. It shouldn't happen. People should be able to source their food locally, hyperlocal. Our goal is 150-mile radius to make sure people are able to access healthy food and real healthy food, not junk. Thanks for the info. You're most welcome. You are most welcome, guys. It's taken us 4 years to get to this point. Oh, a little over. We've
about
been
4
in
years.
this space for 9 months now. We started at home. We started on, 2 racks is what we bought. We started growing on one. Growing for ourselves and went from there.
2 racks, we paid $50 each for
Yeah,
out of a
paid
restaurant.
$50 a piece for 2 used restaurant racks that weren't quite the right size to really do what we wanted to do with them, but we made them work.
They got us started. That's back when your racks were $150, $170, $180.
Yeah, racks were so expensive during that, that time because everything was expensive that time.
Yeah. Everything.
Went through the great shortage of sunflower seeds in 2021
Yeah.
because none of the Italians were allowed to work the sunflower fields, and Italian sunflowers are what we wanted to grow. So, we've been through all sorts of fun. Challenges. There's always challenges. Yeah, we're here just harvesting, so you guys may as well ask questions. If anything pops up, we're pretty open books. Kind of show you the reality of it. This is not a passive income.
Yeah. You have to figure out that passive part.
Right. I want to know where this passive part is. Casey, Rick, thanks for the info. Absolutely. Feel free to join that school group. It is completely free. That community is full of, we've got 140 probably members. something.
Almost 150, 140
Almost
something.
150.
Yeah.
It's not a massive group. It is only growers. We do ask a few questions to make sure you are an actual, human being and not a spammer. We try to keep all the nonsense out, and it's a great forum to ask questions without the distractions. of social media. What is your estimated energy bill in your commercial building?
In total, we pay right around, well, in the height of like the winter, because gas is so much more expensive here anyway.
Heat is expensive on commercial, yeah.
We were about 1,100 between the two. Right now, we're only running about just over 500 a month
Yeah,
in total energy costs.
yeah.
That's lights, water, power, gas, all of it. So that includes our water bill as well.
Yeah, we are in a city that controls our water and power. They actually have their own power plant and water stations. So it's good and bad. It can be monopolized pretty easily, but it is regulated by the city, so they can't just do what they want like a company could. We are 3 Sprouts Microgreens in Central Michigan. Awesome. I will look up the school group. Absolutely. We've got members in Michigan and
Yep. In northern Indiana.
northern Indiana up that way.
Just
Pretty close.
getting ready to move to Michigan. One
Yeah,
of them.
she is getting ready to move to Michigan. Very
Yeah.
cool. So definitely connect. There's lots of really great information there. People who have a little bit more of the local knowledge of what the trends are in your specific area. You're not that far from us, but it definitely changes from one city to the other. Not even state to state, city to city, it can vary.
Yes.
It's good to hear you have multiple markets that you have access to, though. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. Our first year, we did 6 markets
Yeah.
a week.
A week. 6 markets a week.
DeSantos.
Dan!
Dan.
Not really a lot lately. We've been just
mean, there's a
working
lot
like
always
mad.
to get-
There's always something.
There's always something.
Let's see.
We
We got our GAP certification. Yeah.
got our GAP certification done. We bought some Coast of Maine seed starter
Yes.
to try that out.
I managed to source some Coast of Maine, so we're going to try that in homage to Dan. Dan actually is the one that told us about it. So super excited to give that a try probably this week on the next Planting Friday. Do some trials. I'm playing on the excavator today. Woohoo!
Ooh,
No bathroom remodels. He gets to do some outdoor work
just
today.
digging stuff up.
Digging stuff up. I love it. It's a good day to be outside. Well, at least here. I hope it's okay over there. Bruce Stoddard, how much did it cost to start up? So personal money, we put $1,000 into this business, and that was it.
And
Everything else,
Then we were living full time off of it in 6 months.
yeah. Everything else was funded by the business itself, and we lived off the business from 6 months on. From that point on, it was able to sustain us. So, yeah, it's not a high barrier to entry. It definitely can be started on a budget. We did a lot of things used. A lot of things were used, you know. You just make do with what you got. We did invest in some bootstrap trays.
Right at the beginning.
Right at the beginning, so we didn't waste money on cheap trays. We did see that that was a value thing that we needed to do. Yeah, it was. We kind of went over the equipment on. Was it a live or was it in the
It was a short live like this.
like a short live? Yeah.
Yeah.
We actually got a video on that.
How much
How much?
How much is a rack cost setup? How much is a one rack setup cost?
I
Something
think
like
so,
that.
Something like that. Yeah, did a quick video on it, kind of explained what we were breaking it down with. Just got done raining for 4 days, so it might be a muddy one with the excavator.
Yeah.
That might be a muddy one. We haven't really had a ton of rain here. We've had some good rumbles roll through, but nothing really sustained or heavy. The tornado seems to have subsided for the season, seemingly, for now.
Hopefully.
We went through a little spree there where it was kind of touch and go. Nice. Coast of Maine is the best. It looks great. I'm excited to try it. It's got a little bit more moisture than I'm used to with the Coco Loco, so I might have to adjust my watering, especially when we're planting. But we'll kind of do some tests and make some adjustments. I had to order the minimum of 6 bags, so I got plenty to play with. Who did you start selling to first? Our
Home delivery.
first
Or actually
customers.
first.
Well, I mean, we had a pop-up event that we did.
Yep.
We did a pop-up event. We had home deliveries.
And then we online
And
farmers
then
market.
online farmers market is what we started with before the farmers market actually started up, because the farmers market wasn't started yet. It was
And I would say our first few home deliveries were family.
Yes. Family, friends, people who knew us anyway. We did start with that. We're very fortunate. Our family was very supportive when we said, hey, we want to start growing microgreens and actually selling them, not just eating them. They were super supportive, really, really great to kind of give us good practice on home deliveries. The online farmers market was awesome because farmers market season hadn't started yet. We went into official business in January, so markets don't start till the weather warms up around here. But farmers markets are a great place to start at because, like we were talking about earlier, if you mess something up and a crop doesn't grow, it doesn't matter. There's no order for it. You just don't bring it to the market.
Yep.
You bring the other things that did grow. Really great place to practice, really great place to kind of get to know what the customers are looking for and what they'll buy. Not just what they ask for, what they'll buy. They're like, oh, do you ever grow this? And you're like, oh, no. And you grow it, and they're like, oh, I didn't actually want to eat it. I just wanted to know if you bought it, if you ever did it, you know. We do have some customers that get something different just about every time. Others who have established exactly what they like, and that is exactly what they get.
And they're thrown off if it's not there.
Yeah. That one was late this week.
Oh. So he didn't get some stuff, did he?
No, he got micro mix. He literally bought all micro mix because he bought the ones that were in the cooler, and I had a lot of those. He was like, I guess it's a micro mix kind of week. Well, we were gone last week, so he had frozen vegetables all week.
Yeah.
Devastating. That customer was very sad. What percentage is home delivery? At this point, it's a minor percentage, like 5%.
Not that high.
Not even. For the most part, especially the first years, especially when we were growing at home, we were probably 20 to 30% home deliveries at some points. We definitely wanted to keep that balance, and especially when farmers market seasons weren't in season, we did a lot more home deliveries because a lot of our regulars at the farmers market would do home deliveries in the off season.
We haven't really pushed home deliveries in
Years.
2.5 years.
Now we're in a lot of our grocery stores locally, so the people who would get home for deliveries from us in the off season, now they'll just usually buy them at the grocery store when it's not market season. They come to the market for the social aspect of it, we'll be honest. They don't come for the food itself. They're there to talk and enjoy themselves, and that is perfectly fine. I love it. They'll still buy, but it's more of a market feel for them. How was the itty bitty logo / brand begin? We brainstormed for a very, very long time on what to name our business. The micro farm is 2 words because we didn't want to be only microgreens. We are a micro-sized farm overall. We started at our house, so we did actually have a market garden. We have our chickens. We don't typically sell that stuff anymore just because we don't have time to be at the house with the market garden or the chickens. But our first years at the markets, we had
A little bit of vegetable, like
little bit of
full-size grown
vegetables,
vegetables.
full-grown vegetables, but usually small versions of them. So
Yeah.
baby lettuces. We did tiny tomatoes. You know, everything was
Radishes.
itty bitty. So it took a long time for us to decide what we wanted to name it, and we decided that Itty Bitty was kind of it.
Our farm size was small, you know, because
Everything
we're
we
at our
do
house.
is Itty Bitty.
So
Just kind of how it happened. It wasn't like some grand epiphany. We just kind of worked through names and really liked the sound of it, and kind of played with logos and designs and really worked with it a lot. I've never tried the seed starter, but I used the Bar Harbor blend, lobster blend, and the blue bag. Can't remember the name though. It's all 2 cubic foot bags. Yeah, we saw there's a lot of varieties. I figured the seed starter mix would be really the most comparable to what we're using in the Coco Loco. I want to give it a really good fair side by side. With the seed starter, I wouldn't have to add anything. I know you make some modifications to make yours amazing.
I don't have seaweed available.
Yeah, I don't have this fancy kelp stuff and an ocean next to me because you're cool like that. We're like, you know, in the middle of cornfields. Dan's got the great location. Thanks for the subscribe, Kihidu. Vital Farms, very nice, thank you. Yeah, we're just, you know, we figured we're selling itty bitty vegetables. We may as well be itty bitty, and I like how our logo is actually in all capital letters because it's kind of ironic. The onomatopoeia. Itty bitty. So it's a very recognizable brand. People know who we are. We've spent so many years at the markets. They don't know our names.
No. Itty bitty.
Just itty bitty. That's what we get called.
Been called worse things, so.
Exactly.
Who worked in restaurants? Well, I worked in restaurants for like 24 years, so I've been called a lot worse.
I wasn't in restaurants as long, but I was up front.
Yeah.
It was bad. I don't know, the kids could call you some pretty bad things too sometimes. Oh, mommy. They have no filter. No filter. Where do you buy your seeds from? Cilantro mainly. So our cilantro is True Leaf. Yeah, it's just a True Leaf leisure split. And we've had no problems with their leisure split cilantro at all. We tested it against Greener Harvest, very comparable, but I think the price-wise was cheaper on True Leaf. I think they might be pretty close now. I know there's been some pricing changes, but
There's definitely been some pricing wars.
there's some price wars going on, and I like to see that because it's good for the farmer. So we source, what did we say, 6 now? I almost forgot about
Six
Haas.
places, yeah.
So we do True Leaf, Mums, Johnny's, Greener Harvest, Haas, and Osborne. And then we have Baker Creek for the edible flowers, if we do those again. They're currently on hold. Sometimes you just run out of time and space. Where do you get your clamshell packaging? What is the cost? So these can be sourced from Webster. These we use the Dart tamper resistant packages. I have a link for them on the equipment guide in our group of exactly which ones we're using. So if you do that school group, that equipment guide has the link for them of exactly where we get them. We've now found a local source that I can actually have them order them for us, and I can pick them up in the box truck by the pallet, which is fantastic because then I don't have to worry about FedEx bowling
with them.
I swear they use these
Playing
boxes as bowling
football,
balls. I don't know. It's a bad game of Jenga in the back of those trucks, man. They did not win the game. I'd say it was Tetris, but Jenga, because everything starts falling when he starts pulling my packages out. It's bad, the way they treat them. So we run into a lot of damaged packages because of that. And I don't know if everybody's FedEx is like that, but we are on our 4th FedEx driver, so. Nobody loves us. something about this route nobody wants.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oop, I had a wall here. My bad. I'll fix your wall. Keep them from sliding.
Appreciate you guys all tuning in. I'll say that. If you could hit that like button, we appreciate it. Helps to get out to more people. Or share. Subscribe. You know all that stuff you get told to do on YouTube videos.
Just so the algorithm loves us more.
We all tell you that just because it is the algorithm.
Thank you for the info. I have been interested for some time. Awesome. I'm glad you're interested in microgreens. Definitely feel free to ask questions as we go here.
Make sure you join that
Yeah,
school
the school
group.
group. It's a free group. No charge for just
The community.
the community and talking and kind of get to chance to learn from people who are growing. We have a few not grower interested people in there. Jenna.
Huh?
Jenna, not growing.
Oh. But have.
But have grown.
For home.
For home, yeah. Also, if you have a warehouse like you can order directly from Coast of Maine. Yeah. We found a distributor of their product.
We'll see.
And we'll see. If I like them, I might just go bypass and directly to them because
Yep.
we can eliminate a middleman that way. I
That'd be
found out
awesome.
that Fox Farm does not do any direct ship. They only do through distributors. So even if you contact Fox Farm directly for the Coco Loco, they're still gonna collaborate with a distributor to do that. They don't do their own logistics. So that was interesting to learn in the fiasco of the soil challenge.
Thanks for the sub, Valerie and Luke. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. We're just harvesting and packing cabbage for right now. We'll do cabbage micro mix veggie confetti, I think, this morning. See if we can get all 3 of those done before lunch. Should be able to just fine. And then it'll be Mix Monday. All of our blends, mixes,
Combined layered products.
Combined layer products, yeah. I was trying to think of what you call them.
Did you start in the spare room or basement? Formal living room.
Who uses a formal living room?
Is where we started. So the spare room, we weren't using it, yes.
When the kids were little, it was their school study room, which didn't work well because they didn't stay still that long. So spare room works beautifully. You can do basement. It's just kind of challenging with the stairs, I think. That's why we chose to do spare room versus basement. Basement's a little bit easier to climate control.
But it sucks bringing soil bags back up and down, and trays up and down,
trays up
packaging,
and down.
you know, all.
The up and down part I was not a fan of.
That's why we didn't do that.
Yep.
There was a point when we were busting at the seams and not able to put anything more in there. I was thinking about expanding to the basement, but instead we came here.
Yeah. We looked for this space for a very long time.
Huh?
We looked for this space for a very long time. I mean, it was a lot of
4 or 5 months.
At least.
At least, maybe 6. I don't know. Yeah.
The funny thing is, we saw this space and thought it had already been leased. The way the listing read, we didn't think it was actually available. So we kind of moved on. Looked at multiple other spaces, ran into a lot of zoning issues. Definitely something you got to look into with commercial space. Have a good realtor who understands zoning. Do you provide a breakdown of the monthly cost of supplies at your level? I mean, we go based off of percentage of each product sold. So we do a price calculation spreadsheet that we give our students, so they can look at
for free in Growth Bites if you get to a certain level.
Oh yeah, that's right. At a certain level, it goes for free. And what we'll do is we kind of teach you how to figure out what your cost is per package, and it helps you determine your pricing. Now, if you put that overall, you could figure out, you know, if it's an average of 30% cost, that'd be 30% of your sales would be the expenses. But we don't like break it down in the macro because everyone's costs are going to be different. We're able to source from a distributor for our soil, so it is a little less at large volumes. Same with seeds. Seeds we can order by pallets. We can order 500 pounds of seed and typically get it at a little bit better price. So the costs are a little bit different. Actually, they get better the more you can buy in bulk, usually. Same with packaging. Yeah. We do the same thing on our end, though. So when a restaurant buys, you know, a pound of something, they're going to pay a little less per ounce than someone who buys the 4-ounce package. Standard business model. What medium do we use? These are grown in Coco Loco, which is a coco coir based potting mix. Works really, really well, really great moisture retention. Has lots of nutrition in it already. We don't have to do anything except add water.
Yeah.
Getting ready to test some Coast of Maine seed starter mix. So see how that goes in comparison to the Coco Loco. That one is a certified organic one. cost is comparable, and that one's a peat-based, so it'll be a little bit different than the cocoa. We've worked with a lot of peat-based potting mixes though, so not a big deal there. Thank you. You're most welcome. Understanding your costs is crucial to running a business. If you don't understand what your costs are going to be or what they are, it's very, very, very hard to make a profit or stay open for business. You know, for us, we have to anticipate a large purchase of seeds every so often. You can't just pull profit out of the business thinking there's money in the bank. Well, money in the bank definitely disappears quickly when you're ordering 500 pounds of seeds.
24 cases of packaging.
24 cases of packages, yeah.
It's all relative to what the business is doing. So
Yeah.
we started buying 1 case of packaging, you know?
Yeah, we started out
from
buying
Amazon.
Amazon, yeah. Amazon was amazing for that because at the time we bought Gen Packs, and Gen Pack used to do this really cool bulk discount where if you bought like 2, you got like 5% off. And by the time you got to 5, you were like 10% off. It was nice. And then they stopped that. That was so sad. But I used to be able to buy my packaging for a lot cheaper actually than I do now.
Yep.
And then they adjusted their prices for, you know, supply chain issues. Thanks for subscribing, Kaylin Nelson and Regicide Productions. Are y'all using a Mr. Cool on your walk-in? Yeah, our CoolBot is rockin' awesome. We do have the CoolBot Pro on there, so I can check the temperature on my Wi-Fi anytime. I have the app for that. Well, that's technically just a website link because most apps are. But yeah, I can check the temp on the CoolBot no matter where I'm at. Lets me know if it goes offline or if the Wi-Fi's down or the power's out or something like that. It's really great. We've been using the CoolBot. We did a video on that, and then
a couple
years. Did the install on that. Got a used walk-in cooler from a restaurant closed down auction. Super cheap. Thank you. You're most welcome. Have it, Shirkner. You too sick. Thank you. Yeah, that CoolBot is a massive time saver when it comes to like HVAC and installation of a walk-in. And repair is simple because if it breaks, it's just a regular residential air conditioning
Just buy another
unit.
refrigerator.
You
Or
buy
air
another
conditioner.
AC. You're not paying a professional HVAC company to come out and work on your lines and all of this stuff. So overall, it can really save you a ton of money versus a commercial refrigeration unit, because the commercial refrigeration units, you can't really just work on yourself. I'm starting to swell my ecology business and have been looking at them for making my own little walk-in. Very cool stream idea. Just wanted to say thank you. Awesome. So what varieties of mushrooms are you gonna grow? Are you looking at like just kind of doing a diverse set of varieties, or are you gonna specialize in one?
Some
type.
shiitakes.
Lion's mane is like so popular right now, just because people are like doing lion's mane steaks and stuff like that. The pink oysters are cool, but I like the blue oysters better. They look really, really neat. Spencer had some, it started with a P and they were really cool looking. They were like, they grew upwards. There was a bunch of them kind of in a bunch. I don't know what kind they were, but he just brought those to the market this week.
Another guy in Lincoln had them too, like that.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
There must have been a supply. They probably get their stuff from the same guy, supplies.
I'm sure.
That's what Jesse should do. Just supply that.
Huh?
That's what Jesse should do. Just supply those.
Yeah.
Doesn't have time to grow them himself.
Kid didn't write broccoli down.
Huh?
Didn't write broccoli down.
He didn't write broccoli down. Checked out. I just built a laminar nap flow hood and have been doing high temp lions and different hercium. That's awesome. That's really cool. Yeah, we don't do mushrooms because, well, that's a different environmental challenge than microgreens. They kind of like the opposite of what we have going on here. So we stick with the microgreens, but there are similar pieces of the puzzle for both.
There's quite a few.
Hmm?
Some,
Oh.
I think new ones.
Microgreens are dope though. I worked in food and people didn't think they'd catch on, but they have. You know, I think people underestimated what they were, especially in like restaurants, because a lot of restaurants just use them as garnish. And yeah, they make a dish beautiful, but they also add a ton of nutrition to things.
Flavor too, if you use the right ones.
Huh?
Flavor too, they can add.
Yeah, they can add a ton of flavor if they're used correctly. So if you can get with a chef that understands the flavor impact and not just the cuteness of them, it makes a big difference. We have a couple chefs that really truly understand that. They work a lot with our basils and our cilantros, the flavor ones. They do the color stuff too, you know, just because, you know, everything looks cuter with a little bit of arugula on it. But arugula mixed with steak adds that nice peppery flavor. So I think a lot of restaurants are starting to catch on to the fact that it's actually a value to them. It's not just an extra thing. And then as people are exposed to them more in the restaurants, they're more comfortable with using them at home.
As long as the servers are trained too.
Right.
And don't say, I don't know what it is, just push it to the side.
Just set it to the side.
Is it edible? I don't know.
I don't know. Oh, that was awful. Nothing like sitting in a restaurant. It wasn't my microgreens, but still. We're like, that is amaranth, and you can't eat it. I also live in Arkansas, so things take some time to catch on.
Yeah.
You know, we're in corn country, so the idea of non-row crops is really hard. Like our farmer's market manager, now granted, he's struggling with the idea of a farmer's market. He asked me if I consider myself a grower.
What?
He's
Did
like,
he really?
Because he didn't send me the whole I want to tour your farm thing
Yeah.
that he was supposed to send. I was like, hey, I didn't get that email for a farm tour. And he was like, oh, do you consider yourself a grower producer? And I was like, well, I do grow the microgreens that I sell. So yeah, we're an indoor vertical farm. He was like, oh. Yeah.
Wow.
And then he was like, now I really actually have to pay attention to this. Dude, I don't understand. I
Is
can't.
that why he was treating us like? putting his like where he's putting this and shit?
I think so. I don't think he just. I don't think it clicked. I don't think it clicked that he actually didn't realize.
Where do you think these come from?
Where do you think these come from? Right?
Magic?
They're magic. Microgreen snobbing, love it. Yeah, it's interesting.
He's new, and I don't.
He's new to farmers markets.
He's new to
farm stuff. I don't know. New guy's on the struggle bus, and the pitchforks are out. Man, it's not good for him. Let me scoop that one for you. You got it. Thank you.
Did you tell the other people around you? Mention them that? You said
No, that was at the end when I went to give him my link match, when he was confused as to why I got vegetable link match. He was like, "Oh, you get these? Well, they're good for fruits and vegetables. What do you think I sell, man?"
That's what I would ask him. What do you think I'm doing?
I think his brain's just fried. Like, he is mentally overwhelmed by this to the point that things just aren't firing all cylinders up in there right now. He gets paid too well to quit, but he really should. And it's not a quit while you're ahead thing. It's like there's a point of defeat that I think he might be past. No. I hope he can figure it out.
Microgreens would you recommend when starting out at the farmer's market?
So start with your basics, things that people are comfortable with. Broccoli, radish, sweet peas, sunflowers. You can do some fun varieties, but really things that people are going to be comfortable with and familiar with the word anyway.
Don't bring sishu or shishos. And
Even purple kohlrabi threw people off. Like, I have to explain that one out a lot. Because they don't know what a kohlrabi plant is, apparently. There is one farmer selling kohlrabi. I was quite surprised, but it's the green kohlrabi. But they have it all trimmed off, though, so it's just the bulb part.
Well,
I was like,
yeah.
oh, man. I was going to buy one and be like, this is a small thing of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, things like that that they're familiar with, that they're going to be comfortable with, things that you can explain effectively and comfortably to. So you don't want to be like, well, it's kind of like, I think, maybe. That lack of confidence shows very quickly. People can tell if you are passionate about your product or if you're familiar with it. So if you grow something new and you don't really know how to use it, how are you going to explain it to them? Get good at explaining it because they're going to ask. You're most welcome. Our son works the market tent with us. He's gotten really good at explaining a lot of them. And then
He's the only one that works the market tent. But
he's so funny. I was like, oh my gosh. He's like, you were so far away. I was like, okay, so it's my tent and Mitch's tent. We were standing in the middle, and he said I was away. Like, buddy, you literally had 0 customers this whole time. It's like, but I could have. That reminds me, I need to make something with chicken sausage. Hey guys, anybody got a good recipe for chicken sausage? I scored some chicken sausage for the cost of some microgreens this week. So now I got to think of a really fun recipe.
trading stuff at the markets.
Yes. I got some olive sourdough loaf and some banana nut bread. Trading vegetables for carbs is probably not a good idea, guys, but things that go well with microgreens. I'll have to put that out on the community. What chicken sausage recipe should I make? Give me ideas.
Yeah.
See if anyone in the community has thoughts on that. Thought about using some of Kayla's pasta, but she's so expensive and she doesn't trade.
Yeah, she too expensive. She's gotta pay for that trailer.
Right? The pasta girl makes some beautiful pasta, but she's got a lot of expenses in her little food truck style situation and the truck that pulls it. And she charges as such. Do you provide samples at the farmer's market? No. Where we are required to get a permit to provide samples. And we also would have to have a hand washing station and really a second person at that point to just do sampling, one to do the cash, just because
You mean you'd have to stay at
you're
your tent?
changing gloves. Wow. Okay, I'm never leaving this tent again. Never leaving the tent. So farmers markets are politics, guys. I was talking to the director of the Farm Bureau. I was talking to the operation.
But yes, you need a
food
hand washing
guy.
station, all that stuff.
Yeah, you have to bring more stuff that I don't physically think I can fit in our vehicle at this point.
We put 2 markets worth of stuff in the van right now
Yeah,
because I drop her off at the market. The son comes at 8 o'clock to help her, and then I go to another market. So it's
it's a
really
shuffle.
tight.
It's a little tight. It's a little tight. Thanks again. Absolutely. Thanks for the subscribe. Haitosh Haridas. Haitosh? Yeah. But definitely see what's required of your market for sampling. It's an option, and it's a great option. If you can do it and you have the capacity, definitely. I'm all for it.
Yes.
Because people love to try things. Our state's still kind of stuck in the bad times. Having to pay for a permit to do it, which is crazy. Mike is going to do his placement tests at 10 a.m. on Tuesday.
Oh, they did change it.
He said, can I? So that should work.
Why wouldn't he be able
Why
to?
wouldn't you be able to on Tuesday? Tuesday's fine. That's what I told him before. Because his schedule is flexible on Tuesday.
Yeah. He should be here right now, but
I was going to say, did he leave yet? Apparently he texted me that like a couple minutes ago. I didn't hear my phone go off. I tried to ignore it. He looks like he's leaving right now. He hasn't left the house yet, though. It's got him walking around
so
at
he's
home.
not left yet.
Not left yet.
You're really gonna have to have a conversation with him.
Oh. He's putting more stuff on his toe before he leaves. He kicked that pallet so hard yesterday.
It's not like it's when you go get the boxes, it's in the same place.
Kid doesn't remember he's got big feet. Well grounded. Y'all ever have a microgreen y'all hated to grow for some reason? Yes, cress.
Yes.
Cress is disgusting.
Smells bad. It smells up the room.
It stinks. The only person that would ever buy it was the British lady, and she loves it. Loves it. Cress is wonderful. Yuck.
Nobody else
So
would buy it.
I bought, 5 pounds or something of it, and there's still probably 4.9 pounds of it. I grew it a few weeks in a row. Like the first week I was like, what does that smell? Like the room smells bad, like just doesn't smell good at all. Looking and looking and looking, find out it's the cress. Okay, I'll work around the fact that the cress smells weird. And then it tastes just as odd. I don't even know how to describe it. She was the only one that would buy it. Everybody else was like, oh, that's interesting. And no one wanted to buy it. Love it. Yeah. It was yeah, that's one I will not grow again. I still have the seeds. We even accidentally dropped some outside when we were moving into the warehouse, and it stunk out there for a few weeks because it tried to grow. It's another mucilaginous seed too, so it's like arugula. It gets sticky. So as soon as it got wet out there, it was just stuck, and so they just grew and died off. I had to wait for that life cycle to end before I could get the smell out. So yeah, there is that one. That's the only one I've ever encountered that I just couldn't.
Yep.
It's a bad kind of peppery. And some people might find that insulting. Sorry guys, it just must be like the way my nose works.
We're all different.
We are all different. They tell you she was proud of me for not killing the Cassandra plant.
Yes.
She was shocked.
Yeah, shocked.
It wasn't just
shocked.
proud, she was just shocked that I didn't kill the Cassandra. And it bloomed.
Did you bloom the Cassandra?
You bloomed a Cassandra plant? Bernard, she bloomed the Cassandra.
That's
Like-
good to see. Yep, you have to have one, right?
Gotta have one. Yeah. It's like, why are you so surprised? The last plant we gave you, you killed in a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, about that. I guess Carlos didn't think that Bernie and Sandra were considered producers at first either, which makes no sense. Again, a flower
Flowers.
farm, they grow the flowers. Where do you think they come from, guys?
Apparently, things are magical.
Things are magical.
I mean,
Where does your food come
Oldler's not a
from?
producer, but
Well, I'm curious to know how that farm inspection goes. I want to know.
what would happen to him though? Nothing.
Probably not.
Just not got priorityed.
There goes the kid. Gonna have to have him start by dumping.
Yep.
Yep. I'm out of spice. Xavier said he checked his oil this morning and it had a little bit in it. So he's not driving anywhere except Firestone. Firestone gave him a coupon,
Or
an oil change,
Oh, okay.
and all the fluids and all that. So it'll be like $80-something.
that's what he needs to do.
Yep.
Hope you have a good day. I gotta go adult myself.
Yeah, adulting sucks sometimes. But, you know, it's an
Gotta be
adventure.
done.
It's got to be done.
You have a great day.
Yes, have an amazing day. Enjoy it. It's going to be a good one.
Is that all of them?
Thought about loading some micro mix on with it, but I was like, those are lower. I wasn't there yet. I wasn't there yet. Give me time. Warm it up. Oh, really? This many? Everybody's stuck together now. The downside of the tamper-proof packaging. Sometimes they just really love each other. My sound must be on just ever so slightly because I can hear little clickies over there. The sound of packages closing. Oh, I will not be taking my laptop with me Tuesday then.
He's gonna have to be here to do it?
Huh?
Guess he's gonna have to come here to do that?
Yep.
Wait.
Wait, I'll do it from my phone. I can do a lot of it from my phone. Emails and whatnot.
What are you doing?
I was gonna touch base with the red one
Yeah.
and work on that list. I need to purchase some UPCs, things like that. Things I can do. Mobile. Kind of start organizing those.
ibuprofen help take a little bit of the.
Yeah. Let me grab it
Sure.
so you don't walk.
You want to fill my water?
Hmm?
You want to fill up my water?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Got a jumper. Got 5 people just chilling. Anybody harvesting today at the same time? Harvesting with us? Packing with us?
Must have ate, but
Hey, it looks a little more conscious today. You look a little more conscious today. Yesterday you were still in zombie mode.
I woke up 7:30 because you guys don't work. So I'm like, oh.
I'm awake.
I usually wake up at like, you guys give me no space, 8:50 or something, and I go back to sleep. I'm not staying up that long.
Oh,
It's like,
terrible.
all right. Dump.
Dumping first because I'm out O space. I'd be out O space. So
are you sure Tuesday at 10 was not any problems?
Tuesday at 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be fine. I'll leave my laptop here and I'll do the stuff that I can do on my phone while we're on the road for our route. It can work. Yep. You could probably lid this and wheel them. There's a lid right there. Stop, turn. Stop and turn. I didn't want to overfill it because at that point you're going to have to dump anyway, so why? Your wrist is hurting again? He gone. He's just gone. Ooh.
Huh?
Now I see 8.
Oh,
Like, I think mine's behind. I don't know.
apparently.
It's weird.
Now I'm at 10. So
Oh, okay.
thanks for the sub, Villain.
Vildan V. Vildan V. Appreciate you. Definitely feel free to check out the whole video library. If you have questions, ask away. I have been slacking on responding to my YouTube comments, guys. My apologies. I will definitely need to do that along the way at some point this week. Do have some comments to answer. Go, Mike, go. Thanks, Vital Farms. Yeah, he's definitely winning the race, but I'm also cutting, so in my
Yes.
defense.
Yes, she's doing the work of cutting everything, so. But I'll take the win.
Yes.
A win's a win.
I've got 2 cases done. Hey.
Mm. I got 7. That one she wants to dump in the bin for the guy picking up. So set him
Just
to the side.
stick him on a, put him in the lettuce zone.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
He can go in there. Yeah.
Yeah,
He'll be fine.
perfect.
He's fine.
Perfect.
I think his chickens would appreciate it. We have a customer at the farmer's market that picks up some scraps for his chickens at home. I had a pea that had overgrown because I thought I would have to harvest it during the USDA inspection, but she didn't make me.
She just had you to do one package.
I did 2 packages.
packages?
I did show
Okay.
her 2 packages, the full
Okay.
process. Yeah, I grew 2 trays for this to make sure she could see, because she said one of the things they had to watch was harvesting and packing. I was like, okay, so I'm gonna grow 2 trays. And yeah, she made me do 2 packages, and she was like, that's good. I've seen all I need to see. Okay. Works
Both
for
are
me.
winning and inspiring. Thank
Aw,
you.
Thank you. Much love. The cabbages are so fluffy. They're so fluffy.
cabbage has got a beautiful leaf on them. It's big, comparative to like the broccoli and stuff.
Yeah, they've got really. There's almost shiny cotyledons.
Yeah.
Yeah. That cruciferousness. Great idea for the scraps. Yeah. We try to utilize them as much as we can. I mean, it's a easy way to reuse as much as we can. We give some to our chickens, but I mean, I
can
don't
only eat
have
so
that
much.
many chickens, guys.
I mean, it's 600 trays. I mean,
Yeah. And I would have a mountain in my backyard.
the yard would
All
probably
the
be taller
soil.
than the house at this point.
My yard would be compiled of like 10 inches of Coco Loco for the whole back. We'd have a very fertile lawn. Although I would love to just grow a garden instead of any lawn. And that was very much considered.
If we were still at the house, it probably would have been done already.
Yeah, if we were still growing at the house, for sure. But we ran out of space. Time and space are your challenges.
I think that's pretty much challenges in life.
Life. For everything. Time and space. You're trying to knock out all the yellows? Oh. Oops.
Love the cabbage. And the beautiful red on the bottom there, but purple, really. Beautiful leaves. Beautiful cotyledons.
They're so pretty. Made quick work of those.
Huh?
He made quick work of those. He's already done dumping. So you guys at the next, see you guys at the next live stream. Thanks again. Absolutely. We'll see you again soon. Enjoy the day. Arr.
Need to print labels.
I was gonna say label printing.
2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 330, say 360. It should be fine.
Bless you. Yeah, should be great at 360.
Why aren't you just filling the bin?
Hmm?
Why aren't you filling the bin?
Because I only have 2 trays left on the rack.
I know.
Yeah.
And then you can clean up and you get the micro. And
Well, I just figured I'd just do these 2. You've got one more bin to do, so I don't know. Because I'm weird like that. I can fill the bin, I guess.
then by the time you clean up, and,
Yeah. Go grab the micro mix reload. True, 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 true.
by the time you load everything up, I'll probably be done.
Let me give you these. Then, and I will cut those other trays. One advantage is the next thing is micro mix, which has cabbage in it, so it's not as big of a problem.
Yep.
And then I'll do veggie after that, because
Yep.
also has that in it too.
I gotta turn these around.
I make them your way.
No, you didn't.
No? Oh, maybe I turned them whenever I scooted them. But I keep mine the same
I
way
know,
yours are.
They weren't.
Oh, that's weird. I must have turned them when I scooted them over. Crazy me. Crazy.
Trying to think of efficiency. Just
Yep.
still got trays you need to dump there too.
Hmm?
So yeah.
Yeah. I made room to be able to make my pile, and then I'll continue on to that.
how many 9 cases are we supposed to have?
Excellent question.
Thank you. Thank you. Always have excellent questions.
You do. Out of I have 360 of those on my list
That's
for
weird.
St. Louis.
Huh?
St. Louis.
360, okay.
360. Let me look at Spinny Ball for a second.
I'm scared that we're not going to get enough. We didn't plant enough for next week at this point.
It's kind of worrisome, yeah. Like I'm gonna be a case or two short. Not radish, but cabbage. 396 is the total. So 36 are supposed to be not cased. But I would
That's not going to happen.
prioritize the cases 100%.
I'm not going to make 396.
No.
Just now working on 330.
Yeah. Nope. Try to get to 360. If I can, hopefully. Or as close as I can get.
you doing? She's doing strange things. I don't know what she's doing.
I needed a couple more.
If you're new on here, welcome in. Today we're just doing finishing harvesting for the week. Right now finishing up cabbages. Jessica has harvested them all for me. Now I'm finishing up the packaging. She is getting some spicy salad mix, veggie confettis, pretty much everything else that's on the shelf is coming off. And we'll get that all done, and then we'll get the stuff cut for mixes, combined layered products, and be doing them this afternoon. So we'll get all these individual varieties and stuff done, and then we'll be making mixes, combined layered products, and restaurant stuff this afternoon. Hopefully be done by 5 p.m. is the goal. And I get done, I can get the podcast logo done with the help of the wife. Then we will get that all scheduled up onto the YouTube. 6 p.m. Central Standard Time is when the podcast will be going live again. We'll be doing that live and have that going. So redoing it, renaming the show, all that stuff. So you'll get all that stuff. You'll see that stuff here soon. And we'll do a live Q&A session at the end. We'll have a special offer to join our group as well. That currently is $97. So, hello, how are you? What is the plant you're currently packaging? This is cabbage. These are cabbages. See that? Red cabbages that are actually purple.
Yeah.
Whatever. You know, we name stuff weird.
The English language.
Because America. Oh, thank you. Itty bitty micro cabbages. They are so great. Taste good, great color. Great for you. This is probably becoming my third favorite to
What?
eat personally.
Oh,
Cabbage. Probably my third favorite behind broccoli and sunflowers. I'm planning on trying a hand at some broccoli sprouts soon. Never grown in microgreen, but I've been interested for a long time. Yeah, if you're in any interest, man, we got that free community down here in that pinned comment. Just click on that, answer a few questions, give away a lot of great information in there in that free community. You can join, you can learn more about microgreens in there and everything else. And yeah, it's a great free community. That's the greatest place to start. Like-minded people off any other platform. And yeah. Yeah, you're welcome.
all right. And if you got any questions while you're here, feel free to ask. Just sitting here packaging, harvesting, and answer questions. Thanks to the subscribe, Mr. Hung Horseful. Appreciate you watching. Feel free to go through the videos. If you have questions, ask. Ask questions while you're on the live.
Only gonna get 11 cases. This
Right.
isn't gonna make a full case.
No. 11 cases.
Yep.
It's 1 case short.
I don't remember how many broccoli we got. I looked on the board, but I couldn't see it. So I can't remember how many broccoli cases we got, and I looked on the board, and I can't see it.
It was 11.
It was 11 for one short there too.
No, we were at 3:30 for that. That one was supposed to be 3:30.
Oh, that one
cases.
was supposed to be 3:30. Okay.
So we'll be 1 case short there.
And you'll have 24 for
How many?
non-cased. You got 5 in there already.
Oh, okay. I was like, that does not look like the right number. Oh, I need to see how many micros I got in there too.
Huh?
Micro mix.
What about?
There's some in the
Oh,
carryover.
Throw a case of micro mix in for him.
Honestly, they just bill it that way anyway, but tempting.
There was no set what we had to give them, right?
No. If I have enough to do a case.
Oh, Rob, nice stream. Welcome to my world. Packing microgreen containers a day too. Oh, awesome.
Coriander. Micro coriander.
Micro coriander. Oh, some micro cilantro.
Hey.
It's called here in the States.
Yeah, we're the only ones that do that,
Mhm.
but
Yes, we are. Silly Americans.
indeed. Yeah, I'll have some cilantro / coriander to do later.
Yep. After afternoon harvest
Probably
for
in
restaurants.
the afternoon, yeah. Restaurant harvests are in the afternoon. Right now we're working on just finished up our cabbage. That's what's getting labeled right now, and starting up on spicy salad mix. No sneeze.
How much coriander are you packaging up today? Spicy salad mix. About 730 grams. Each 30 grams. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of coriander. We are doing today, we did a lot yesterday. Today we have 360, got 100 here, so 400. Plus, we'll be about 1,200 packages, 1,000 to 1,200 packages a day. Can't remember the total number off the top of my head. Somewhere it's in that range of these total packages. In total for the week, we do around 3,200 packages. Yeah, fun. Delivering to London Market tonight. Awesome. All our deliveries are done Tuesdays and Wednesdays, so we will be doing it then. Sneeze that hard?
I can't hold it back. I gotta go.
Uh,
Trying not to sneeze. It was not going well.
what is your price per kilos, please?
Oh. Well, we are in ounces and pounds and different measurements.
Yeah.
Offhand, I don't know how much a kilo is. Our packages are 54 grams,
Yep.
2 ounces, or 56 grams. 56 grams.
56 grams.
56 grams. So we do have that. They retail on average $5 to $6,
Yep.
depending on who's selling them. We do a lot of wholesale, and then the retailers are allowed to dictate their pricing as necessary for their profit margins. So, how much money do you make with a full truck of cabbage packages normally? I mean, depends on what a full truck is. We do pallets. We do a lot of it wholesale.
We delivered 3 pallets last Wednesday. We'll just go off last Wednesday's one. And that was over 10,000
Yeah,
in revenue.
in revenue. Yeah, it was over 10,000 in revenue just for the 3 pallets.
Kilos is 1,000 grams.
Oh, there we go. Thank
Yeah.
you, because I definitely did not know the answer to that
I could
offhand.
do the conversion, but I'd have to get on my phone, which I can't do right now. So,
Gloves on. Is it expensive to buy microgreens? No. I mean, for what you're getting, you don't have to consume a lot of microgreens to get the nutritional impact, and that's one of the key factors with these. Their nutritional content is so compact that adding them to a dish can really create a much more nutritious meal. You don't have to make a big salad of microgreens to get a little bit of nutrition like a lettuce would be. So for microgreens, each package depends on what you consider expensive. They retail $5 to $6, but it's 2 ounces. 2 ounces can go a long way depending on how you're using them. We eat a lot of them, but we also grow them. We have customers who do eat at least a package a day. And that's really ideal for optimal health. But as a family, if you're using a package a day amongst 4 people, definitely creates a much healthier meal. So it's all subjective. What's expensive?
Switching to my Spotify. All right. Have a good one.
Yeah, enjoy
Jam
your
out.
playlist. Jam on.
Our
old
podcast will be on Spotify coming up. So
Yeah.
you'll be able to listen to us on there.
More podcast style. BB Prods, thanks. Nice, that's cool. Thank you.
Thanks for the sub 009.
Yeah. Love seeing new faces. Hop on the channel, ask questions, guys.
missed any of them.
Precious. My precious.
Oh no, the Precious is being destroyed.
Murdered him. Straight up murdered.
That is shipped, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Amazon this morning. So I'm assuming it says your item is shipped, so
Yeah.
assuming that's what it is.
Yeah, that's what shipped. It'll be here tomorrow. A day late. That's what it is, a day late. I only need 98 micromix, so I probably could do a case.
Case or two, you know,
Case
give
or
them
two?
something so different.
Yeah. You can just go down there. Yeah. Is that empty? They're
that one
always
is.
in the way.
No, that box ain't empty.
Oh, that one's not. Okay.
The
Oh,
one
that's
you
the
set that on
32s.
is empty.
That's the 32s. At some point, I'm gonna get them up on the shelf. Probably be a good idea.
Stainless steel tables with underneath.
That would be helpful too.
So it's for the packages we don't use very often like that.
Yeah. Restaurant only. Mondays are quiet. Everybody's really quiet.
It was alright earlier.
Yeah.
Early was good.
Early
We were
was
talking.
good.
Asked a lot
Everybody's
of
got to
good
go
questions.
adult now.
Yeah, they got to go adult. That'll work.
This is our version of adulting, playing in our plants.
Rob had to go get all his coriander ready to go deliver tonight. So
Yeah. How much did he say how much he was doing?
700 packages.
Wow. Get it. That's awesome. That's enough to keep someone busy. So far.
How many cases did we deliver last week?
We delivered last week. $88?
It's 80 something.
80 something.
We were
yeah.
trying to hit 82, I think, this week, right?
Yeah. The plan was 82 this week.
14, I think that's 12
This-
on kill. 20, huh? 13? So 27, 37. Springs, peas don't have it on there. There's something on springs for cases. Did you put peas under spring? Does that make sense?
Yeah. One line off.
It's more than one line. But
What? It's the same thing. It's totally the same.
I did that on like
we have 53
Yeah.
in there, plus 11, that's 64. Is all that we have. Oh, broccoli I didn't count. Broccoli 64,
Broccoli's not on
75.
there.
would be-
75.
So yeah, we're gonna need whatever else we can get.
Yeah.
Case wise.
Because I need 11 plus 12 plus 13. That's 36. Plus another 13. 49. Plus 48 would be 16. 50. 65. Plus another 15. There, our goal was 80 this week.
We're in a 5 short right now.
I'm short right now. Okay.
Oh, we've got a lot of subs. Thank you all.
Well. Oh wow. Okay. Shout out to Henry Store, Orion Ola, and Veronica Kuralkova. Thanks for the subs, guys. Very much appreciate it. This is all of it. Look at the micro.
Red Settler Farm. How are you? Hello from Southern Michigan.
Well, hello.
Seen a lot of people from Michigan area here.
Yeah. We're not that far from each other, really? Not really.
No.
Know a
Actually,
lot of.
went to Michigan to buy a farm out. We're
Yeah.
going out of business.
They decided they wanted to travel.
It wasn't because they weren't doing anything, it just they wanted to go travel. They wanted to go travel in their car.
He's like, oh, cool, where are you going? They're like, I don't know. Oh,
That away.
that way. Thought that was cool. So, bought their extra equipment.
How are things in Michigan? Did you get everything pulled off?
Everything but 3 brassicas, and then the restaurant stuff. So close.
Close. Is everything we need for orders
Okay.
with what we already have done?
With what?
What we already have done?
Okay.
And we have some students from Michigan as well.
We do. Lots of fine folks up there. Micromix.
Did you see the David Ham? He sold the box truck.
Oh, did he?
It said sold on his page.
Awesome. Good
So,
for
yeah.
him. I'm good. Glad.
Yeah.
Hated to do that, but like at the same time.
Hello from Pablo. I can't read.
Who's
What's-
Polspo?
Polspo? Washington?
Polspo. Hey,
How are you? Is that Tara? Tara or
Tara.
Tara?
I can see that.
It's too far away for me to read, apparently. How are you doing?
I'm good. Awesome. Good to hear. It's a beautiful day. It's a lovely 70 something and sunny in the micro farm today. Mike is currently harvesting spicy salad mix. Well, packing.
You doing harvesting?
I am over on the other side of the table where you cannot see. Wahaha. I am actually cutting veggie confetti now. I am finished cutting the micro mix, but I'm working on veggie confetti for the next round. Kiddos over there stamping and labeling our red cabbages from this morning so far. Yeah. Do you ship all over the country? We do not actually ship at all. We deliver locally, and we have about a 150-mile radius that we do for larger companies, grocery stores, distribution, things like that. So we do not actually ship. I feel like as bad as FedEx treats my packages that we order, could you imagine what they would do to a
Just these
microgreen?
packages, the way they treat them. Yeah.
They come in, the boxes are round.
The square box is no longer square.
Yeah. Could only imagine what they would do to a microgreen. We do know a grower in Washington. One of our students is up
Yeah.
up on the Canadian border.
Yep.
Enjoying that beautiful weather up that way. Okay, makes sense. FedEx is not reliable. I was just curious because I'm considering getting into this business one day. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very
Thanks.
cool. Well, feel free to join our community that's tagged, the pinned comment there. Growth Bites is a free community that we offer. It's completely free. You can chat it up with other growers, people interested in growing. If you're not quite ready to go into like full business yet, definitely go for a free option to be able to get to know if you want the business. A lot of our Microgreens business coaching students are in there. They are awesome about answering questions and helping out with things like that.
Was that it?
That's all the micro.
Oh.
Yep,
That's veggie.
that's veggie.
I started making micro with it.
Oh, no.
Just grab the next thing. No, that's all that I got extra.
So we can probably take from market and make one case.
Yeah.
Do 12 from market. I think that should be good. Yes, it's overcast but nice. Hey, you know, sunshine is nice until it's too hot.
Where is? How far are you from like the Canadian border there in Washington?
She's in Bellingham.
Bellingham? How far are you from Bellingham? Three-hour drive? Okay.
That's not too too bad, but yeah, it's a little bit of a distance,
Because they're perfect distance apart from each other to be big growers up there.
right?
It's full. Oh,
Hey,
right there.
ballin'. Probably just switch him out. Well, that's a mess. He's a mess. He's been through some things, man. Yeah, that one started like tearing the rolls, didn't it? Yeah.
Probably just take it out.
You probably just switch it to the blue.
Hour outside Seattle. Nice.
Oh wow, you got a ton of
Population.
potential.
Yeah.
There's a lot of potential customers out there. And Seattle's got a really good, solid awareness of microgreens, from what I've gathered.
From what I've heard. Yes.
From what I've heard in other growers up that way. Always going to be more product education, always going to be more teaching, but a solid base is great to start with. I thought so. I heard that Seattle was a decent market. Yeah. We've heard good things as well. So there's potential. Just got to find your piece.
How many confettis are we making?
Valid question. So let me double check before I answer.
I thought so. I heard Seattle was a decent market. Yeah.
Veggie, our goal is 71. I'm trying not to sneeze. Like, I have got like this tickle like up behind my eyeball. It's a struggle, man. I don't know what.
You could just sneeze and get it over with.
I did that and it didn't work. They're just like still tickly up there. Not cool, bro. Not cool.
Now we are packing, she's harvesting, packing our veggie confetti. This is our own special blend that we grow all together. It's got a lot of red in it, so you know, color, confetti. A lot of red in it.
It is a beautiful combination. Chefs enjoy it. Actually, we sell more to grocery than we do to chefs even.
Yeah.
Goes beautifully on avocado toast.
Have one food truck that buys it every week as well. bet she liked her spot better and being able to get in.
Yes. Definitely much easier to get in and out. I didn't get a chance to ask her how they ended up doing down there with Gary's line blocking the end.
Yeah. I just don't get it.
I don't either. See these people walking around with French bread knowing that they could have a sword fight with it. That stuff is hard. You do not eat it that afternoon. It's like it has to be your lunch.
Oh, yeah, it's not good anymore.
Yeah.
I wonder when they made that.
They claim they start at like 3 in the morning for the markets. And it's all fresh.
Are there certain licenses required?
So that's going to depend on where you are specifically, city, state, county even. Our first suggestion, your first and best resource is going to be your Department of Agriculture. So any state Department of Ag or USDA Extension, definitely get with them first. They're going to be the most knowledgeable on what needs to be done first. You might need to have a business license, you might not. It kind of depends on how your city or your area is set up and what they require. So we just had to have a business license. We are not governed by the health department at all on the microgreen side. It's all USDA. So just ag, pretty relaxed human beings, so love that. A majority of our students aren't governed by like their health department. It's not like cottage foods. It's under ag department, just like a farm would be.
I only know a couple places that are like that.
Couple places. Chicago is extra. Are you over there throwing things? Oh, a fly? A mosquito. Okay, yeah, that had to go.
They gotta go.
That mosquito had to go. So, sorry. Anyway, regulations are going to depend on where you're at. There are some cities that are super duper extra. Like, I know the city of Chicago requires.
Well, it's Cook County.
Well, Cook County, yeah. Cook County says you cannot sell anything that you've grown at your home or in your home at all. It has to be a commercial facility. It's governed by their health department. It's a full licensing. It's a whole thing. So it makes it very difficult for small growers up there in the county. There's a lot of them just outside of Cook County.
Yeah.
So it's a challenge for sure. But there are a lot of them that are really actually embracing hyper local growing, and micro farms are doing really well with that. So definitely reach out to your ag department. Ask them what you need to do. They're usually very knowledgeable, or at least will be able to point you in the right direction for your area.
How many more trays do you got to read? Is it all that? Huh? One? You ain't making 71.
That's what I was just thinking.
How many trays did you have?
18. I'm not getting 8 ounces each out of these right now.
Ooh.
I think my first 2 trays were 6.5 each. That's why I updated my harvesting to single knife, try to get lower. Because the amaranth is way down yonder. Did not poke up as
You're
high.
welcome. That was Jessica mostly telling you, but I'll tell you you're welcome.
You're welcome. I'm on the other side of the table right now. like a lot of veggie on the order today too. Like, I don't think I did that many last few weeks. So
Well, there's a lot because you didn't have any for the 1 week.
yeah, that is correct.
So you're gonna have to manage that down.
Yep.
To whatever we get here.
Whatever I get.
What'd
Here,
you get?
yeah, a few packages. Literally a few. Thanks. Yeah, I'll par down orders as needed to make it work.
Oh, and thanks for the subscribe too.
Oh, thank you.
I just subscribed.
He says no.
Chandra, somebody.
Chanda, do you need anything? I don't think so. That's all I
$1
can
million.
do. Yeah, right? 1 million customers?
1 million customers.
Consistent weekly recurring customers? That would be lovely. I'd like that.
I need more people, more students in our group so I can teach more people and
Yes.
build a great microgreen community.
Yeah. Can I start this business in a small city? Yeah, for sure.
How small
How small is your version of small? Because
and how close are to you is
To
other things.
other
and-
things, and how far are you willing to drive if you're close?
But what do you consider a small city? Because I know one grower, he lives in a town of 150,000 people-ish, and he
Calls
says
it
it's a small town.
Small town. That is hilarious to us. We both grew up in towns under 5,000. So,
You say towns like we grew up in a different town.
town, a town under 5,000. I mean, you were an implant. You got there in 2nd grade, man.
That's true.
Noob.
Noob. Definitely not an OG.
Definitely not. When I say born and raised, I mean it.
Yep.
Literally. Close to the Washington, D.C. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If you're anywhere near a major city like that, yeah. Just think about getting 100% of people to buy your microgreens that are within a 150-mile radius of you. I think you would be doing all right. Yeah, like 70, 80 miles, that's nothing, yeah.
Yeah, right? We drive that far all the time.
Of course, we live in the Midwest. We don't have dense population like that, so we're used to driving places. So
Micromix.
All of that?
One case, one non-case. Well,
Doing a case of market?
yeah, we trying to make it work.
trying to get as many cases as we can.
Oh,
Because we're
We're
short.
a little short.
So micromix and then veggie. So micromix is 120 guess-ish. And then veggie will be
you shoot like 80 or something?
60-ish.
40, 50, say 70 or 80, 70.
Yeah.
Might get close to that 71. We'll be
Fine.
close.
I got one more.
Be close.
Let's see. Sanitize this up a little bit. Do we want to move into bulk harvest for mixes yet, or do you want to do that after lunch?
After lunch.
Okay. So I'm gonna clean up.
Try to get on a decent schedule today.
Yeah, have lunch
And
before
dinner.
3 p.m. and dinner
Then before 9 p.m.
9 p.m. Yeah.
That was yesterday. But you know, that's the way life is as a business owner, small business owner.
Some days get very long,
Oh,
and that's
no,
okay.
No more.
No?
Nope.
Okay.
Wow, I don't think I can make another one out of that.
Nope. It's not gonna work.
$62.
62.
And 50 at 62.
That's not too bad.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. I can make that work just fine. There are lots of awesome growers up your way with that near DC area. Lots of East Coast growers.
Yep.
But the great thing about microgreens is you can be hyper local. You can create a decent customer base. You don't have to be huge. You can be big. I mean, farming turtles is monster sized up
But
there.
they mainly do
But they
Whole
do.
Foods.
Yeah, Whole Foods is their main.
That's their
hub.
market, you know. You got to find
There's-
your niche.
Where can
as
you
they call
fit
it.
in amongst them? Yeah.
Are you going to go grocery stores, home deliveries? You know, what is everybody else doing that you can concentrate on something else? Restaurants, distributors, you know. A
All
lot of
sorts.
different ways to sell these things. So, thanks for subscribe, Joe and Karen, Carter.
Karna.
Can you guys help me start this business, please? Well, we definitely can. We have a free community, but we also have a paid community where we dive deep into microgreen business. We do 2 Zooms a week in there, one on Tuesday night, one on Thursday at noon. Tuesdays is at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, noon on Thursday. We have a
Yeah.
whole course in there. We have restaurant courses coming out, resources galore. So many stuff in there. So many. Yeah, you have to have a budget. Yep, for sure. That right now, that group, the paid group is $97 a month. You can join that now. You get all that. You get the marketing class as well. We do a marketing class on Wednesday nights, and that dives deep into your marketing, so it helps you out with all your marketing stuff. Jess does that class. She can work with your marketing. She can have you bring your screen up, help you dive into the marketing aspect of it, your websites, your packaging, your labels, everything that goes into marketing. There's already like 12 classes in there or so tons of that.
Yeah.
So definitely check it out. If you want to build a business, $97 a month is very cheap for the knowledge we're going to give. We probably should be charging $1,000 a month for it, to be honest with you, because you're going to make 10 times $1,000 if you follow the stuff we've done. So yeah, definitely check that out. Or you can get in our free community. Start there. We do a lot of good stuff in there as well. If your budget doesn't to go money-wise yet, get in the free group. That one is pinned comment. The community part of that is completely free, so check it out.
Yeah. Make a little money in microgreens first, and then you can pay for more once you get some sales under your belt.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine. Just thought about that.
Didn't know we had this.
It was in the front fridge.
Okay. How old is it?
Sweet.
Oh,
Same as the carryover, so
okay.
just wasn't packed.
And we also have a lot of great videos here on YouTube as well. But definitely recommend getting in our free group at least. Definitely can help you out more there. In there you can put pictures and videos of stuff that's going on and ask questions, and the community can be out there to help. It's a great community of people. So you can get on there and help. They can help you out as well. Post pictures, videos of your products if you're having problems, ask a lot of questions. They can help you out. And whenever you're ready, or if you're ready now, either way, you can get more personalized attention being in that paid group. We're going to keep that group very small. We have a number of people we're going to allow in there, and then we're going to shut it off. We want to make sure we can still train everybody right and teach everybody and coach everybody, and not have 1,000 people in there and you never get your answer. That's not what we want to do.
It's not very helpful if we aren't able to answer the questions.
Definitely anybody else that also is interested in microgreen business at all, join our free group. It's a pinned comment. That free community, I should say. That community is completely free. You can join that and start building your knowledge there. I post almost nearly daily in there. We're always in there answering questions, everything, so yeah.
A lot of our students are
69.
ninja fast with that. 69?
69.
Those were cabbages, my love.
Oh, I thought they were. I thought they looked different, and
Yep.
I was just packing saying they were veggies.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know you're in the mode,
Yep, in the mode.
but I got you.
Yeah. My God, I didn't know we had veggies left. what other questions do you guys have for me today? I can answer while we're here. We're getting ready to
Go to lunch.
go to lunch,
Wow,
finishing
make lunch.
labeling up here. Label guy's in there printing labels. We print all our own labels still. So he's in there printing labels. We'll come back and label all these. While we go, Jess goes makes lunch. I go check out, see if anybody's new joined our free community and I can approve them, or our paid community, and welcome them in. So check that out. We also are doing the podcast, relaunching the podcast on Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So you can check that out. We'll be doing that live and then have a live Q&A at the end for the live audience. We'll do that. So check that out. We'll be kind of starting at the beginning, how to start a microgreen business, all that. So if you're just starting out, that might be a great thing to watch, that podcast. Get on there and answer questions as well. Ask questions, get them answered. That's going to be helpful. We're pretty much going to start, what do I need to do to start a microgreen business? And then we're going to do episodes pertaining to that, building all the way up and stuff. So check that out. We will have some student spotlight episodes that we're going to do, maybe some guests on from time to time as well, in things to help you with your business, some automation tools, how to create content tools, people, because that's, the game is that. So definitely check that out. The podcast is going to be awesome. I'll have people who are coaching me on there as well, in other aspects of life, not microgreens, but other aspects of life. So definitely check that out. I look forward to connecting more with you. Awesome. Definitely that.
This is over 30 then.
Okay.
Do I hijack from? So we only had 24
So you take all the cabbage away from.
basically.
Need to get the food bank stuff done.
Yeah, I have to
we're
get that
time
done.
strained with that, so
Yeah, so I was thinking we just
yeah, probably.
divert over to. Gotcha.
All right, yeah, get a hold of me in that free group. Go there, get there, and at least at the minimum, if you're any bit interested, anybody else as well talking to, any bit interested, make sure you get that free group. Check us out. I always say also that's just you never ask somebody to marry you on the first date. So you're just maybe your first time contacting me. Get in that free group, see who we are all about, see what we're doing, and then if you want to go deeper and go on more dates and hang out with us even more, you can get in the paid group and we can start connected even more. So you're just paying for more time and more knowledge. So all right, so we're gonna finish cleaning up, get to lunch. So we will talk to you guys later. We might be back on this afternoon. If not, we'll be in the free community group answering questions and stuff later today too. So we will see you there. Thanks,
All right,
guys.
thanks,
Have a good
guys.
day. Bye.
Bye.